Hi, hi, hi. Hello, everyone. It's Robin from Raincross Farms Makery. We're coming to you just outside of Lewiston, Idaho. Welcome to our craft studio. We've got a great craft idea planned for you today. When you join in, say hello in the comments so we know you're here watching. I am going to set up my computer real quick. That one. Select it. How is everyone doing? Welcome, welcome. Come on in. There we go. Save that. Publish that, and we should be good to go. Hi, Patty. Welcome. And another Patty. Two Patties heard from. Let's see if we can get our third Patty on here. Then we'll have a triple decker. Thank you for sprinkling. Welcome, everyone. How is everybody doing? Wednesday morning here. Where you're at, it might be afternoon. So we are having a gorgeous morning here in Idaho. I'm looking out the window and I'm watching it snow lightly, little flakes. That makes me excited. We don't get a ton of snow here, so it's still exciting for me. So, is it snowing where you are? Look out your window. Do you have snow? Yes or no? Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome to Craft Around the Clock, people who are joining us for our segment. Again, if you're just joining us, I am Robin from Raincross Farms Makery, and the voice you may be hearing off in the background is my husband Bill. He's working the computer, helping me out with comments. Okay, you're supposed to get some of it tomorrow, but you're not looking forward to it, are you, Patty? Had knee replacement on Monday. Oh no. Sore, but that's normal for the third day. I have always found that with any surgery, the third day is the worst, pain-wise, and after that, it eventually gets easier. So I'm hoping that's true for you. So I hope you're recovering well, hope you're going to physical therapy, all that good stuff. Okay, so if you are joining us, we would love it if you would give our video a heart, if you would follow our page if you're not already following, if you'd sprinkle it out to your crafty friends, to your page, to any craft groups that you belong to. All of these things help Facebook take notice of us and hopefully spread us out to new audience members. Hang in there, Patty. Okay, good. Just a little bit of communal support. Yes, we have, well, we're of the age where lots of our friends are getting things replaced. So far, we're all original parts, but it's only a matter of time, right? Okay, so we are hoping that we can get at least 25 people on at one time, and if we do, we will have, at the very end of our live, we will have a drawing. So we're looking for at least 25, and in order to get in on the drawing, because we have faith we're going to do it, I have my little chicken timer set for a random amount of minutes, and when that timer goes off, it's Bill's job to see the very last comment that was made on his screen. It might look different on yours. The very last commenter gets their name in the drawing, and you need to stick around till the end. But we're going to put all those in our cute little mailbox that we made. And why don't we get started? The craft I'm going to show you today is something I have seen done before. I think they're gorgeous, but the way I've seen them done just looked way too messy and too complicated, and I wasn't interested in it. And then I saw somebody else use a little hack, and it's a whole lot less messy. So I'm going to show you that way. We are going to make some Christmas trees. We are going to make Christmas trees out of some jute. Ta-da! So you're going to need some jute. I think I got this big old roll. Honestly, I don't remember where I got this roll. I may have gotten it at Walmart. I might have gotten it at a Home Depot type store. I don't know. But this is not the Dollar Tree stuff. You can use the Dollar Tree stuff, but I have found the Dollar Tree stuff has lots of little lumps and bumps, and maybe you don't want to use that. Okay, anybody else on? I'm seeing a couple more people pop on. So you're going to need some jute. You're going to need one of these cones, floral cones. It doesn't have to be the green, and it's something that you can reuse. This one it's a number 9 cone. And Bill is going to tell me. Patty Bender. Okay, so we're going to put you in our drawing, and I'm going to reset the timer. Again, we got to get up to 25. I'm only seeing about 5. Okay, so anyway, this is a floral foam cone. You could probably make one out of cardstock or poster board. Once you see the process, you'll see if there's a way that you can do the cone differently. But like I said, you're not going to use this up. It's only going to be a base. This one is 3.7 inches wide by 8.9 inches wide. It doesn't matter. It can be bigger, it can be smaller. It's completely up to you. Okay, next you're going to need some glue. Now you don't need this much glue, but you do need like a quarter to a half a cup of glue. It's going to take quite a bit of glue. I'm just going to use my big container. Okay, next, some saran wrap, some plastic wrap. So just a little sheet of that, and we're going to take this plastic wrap and we're going to wrap up this cone, and I'm going to actually take this plastic off. Maybe. There we go. I'm going to take this plastic off. Like I said, this will be reusable over and over. And I'm going to wrap this cone in this plastic wrap, kind of snugly, but even if there are some wrinkles, it really won't matter. And I'm just going to wrap that up, and I think I'm gonna tape down the bottom just so it will sit flat. It's my name on the screen. Let me get it. Oh, it's the name on the screen. Yeah. Well, we're gonna have a whole other bunch of people. So, okay. So this is wrapped in plastic. Now we are going to. I'm going to show you how we're going to take this jute and we're going to get it embedded with glue, and we're going to wrap it around this. But the way I've seen it is somebody takes a big old bowl of glue and takes a whole bunch of this stuff and dumps it in the glue, and it's just an awful mess. So let me show you this other way. I am going to take this little, it's just a little plastic, like Dixie cup, 3-ounce cup, whatever. And this is going to be our glue applicator, I guess. Anyway, I have an ice pick. You just take anything that's got a sharp point, and down here at the very base of this cup, anybody new on, say hello. And I'm just going to punch a hole right near the base, and I'm going to go across to the other side. So I have 2 holes right there on the bottom. Can you see what I did? Just 2 holes on the bottom. Okay, pull that out. That's where the magic is going to happen. Next, I have, now you could feed this through, you could tape up the end to kind of make a needle, but I have this little bead threader. So I'm going to stick this through. I'm going to see who our next person is.
We don't have a whole lot of commenting going on.
No, okay.
So Kita was the last one.
Okay, we're not going to put your name in twice. So who was Kita the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Kita.
And she's on lunch. I asked her
Yay.
what's for lunch, but she didn't tell me.
Oops, these are.
I want to know what's for my lunch today.
Okay. So let me reset the timer. Again, if we get 25 viewers, we will have a drawing at the end.
I'm going to post a question too.
Okay, Bill's got some questions he's posting. Okay, so this is a bead threader. It's just this little wire, and I'm going to poke this in there. This is totally optional, but it helps get my jute through those two holes. See what that did? And take that off, and I'm done with that. So now we've got this cup, and we have the jute going through two holes there. Okay, so next we're going to we're probably going to fill this halfway up with glue. And what's going to happen is the glue is going to coat the thread, the jute, and did I say that right? The glue is going to coat the jute, and then we're going to pull it out of here. And as we pull it out, the little holes will pull off just enough glue so that it works perfect. So I'm going to take some of this. Again, you don't have to have this much unless you're going to do a whole bunch of these. But you do need, this is going to take quite a bit of glue. So I'm going to fill this up about halfway. So you can see I've got halfway full of glue. Now the key is don't tip this over and get glue all over the place. So I'm going to just start. Now this part doesn't have any glue on it, but I'm going to start pulling it out, and you can see it's got glue on it. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to start wrapping it around this cone, pulling it through. And to start, I'm not worried about a pattern. I'm just kind of getting this. And you don't need it touching. You can do whatever you want. Queen bee, be all and do everything. I missed something.
Ken is taking his
Oh.
daughter and granddaughter to Disneyland.
Okay, wait. Show me the
question was,
oh, okay.
what would your superhero name be, and what would you be able to do? And Patty Gentry says, Superwoman, jump anywhere I wanted. And Patty Bender says, Queen Bee, be of all and do everything. What that means exactly.
Okay, so I'm just wrapping this around. Now the glue is not going to stick to that plastic for very long. I'll be able to peel it off. So now I can go down as far as I want. I can make it the full length. I can make it a little shorter. And I just like to start the first layer in just rounds. Now you can see I'm not touching it. You could do it where you're touching, but I kind of want some space in between. And I'm just pulling it through here. That is putting glue on the jute and not getting my fingers messy. Does this look like a good idea to you? And I'm going to keep watching. Okay, now I'm going to set this down just for a second so I can get our next.
Let's get right back up. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Who hasn't?
Did we already get Patty Gentry?
No, we didn't. I think we got the other Patty.
That last one up there.
Patty Gentry, and we'll put her in the drawing. We reset our timer, and we're going to continue doing this. Now the first pass to me is kind of the most tedious.
What is the thing that you're using, Christina wants to know?
What is the thing that I'm using?
Explain it again.
Okay. The green thing is a foam floral cone, and it is wrapped in saran wrap. And this cup thing is just a little 3-ounce plastic, like a bathroom cup, and that is what I have filled with glue, and I have 2 holes at the bottom of it. I can show you again when I'm done with this. I can show you again how to make that. It's just got 2 holes at the bottom, and it's filled with glue, so my jute is going through that glue, getting glue all over the jute, but as I pull it out the hole, it is wiping off the majority of that jute, of that glue. And I'm just going around. Now I could stop there if I wanted to make a little short one. And I'm going to keep an eye on my glue. I've probably used about half of it so far. And so I'm just wrapping it around.
Yes,
And this
I
is,
did. I married a genius. I'm a really good
no,
salesman.
I am not the genius. I will tell you, I saw somebody else do this. I did not develop this technique. I am just stealing it. So I am not claiming I invented this. But
Christy is saying hi to me again.
oh, is she calling you cutie again?
No, she called him beautiful again.
Okay, so I'm going to do the full length, but like I said, you don't have to. You can do a short one. You can get a bigger cone. And when I get lumps in the jute, I kind of have to, whoops, I kind of have to tug it through those holes. Okay, so I'm going to go down to about there. And I'm going to try to make sure I'm even. Woo! That's what you don't want to do.
That looked like fun.
That's what you don't want to do.
It looks like something I would have done.
I'm going to clean that up a little bit somehow. This will be fun. Oh, I know.
Was that another one? Christina, you win again.
And then again, Christina Herring.
Yeah.
Okay, so I made a mess. That is what not to do. You're gonna hang on to that name for me because I'm in the middle of a cleanup. Cleanup on aisle 1. So don't do that. Even though I spilled that, I am not a complete gluey mess. So I'm going to put some more glue back in there. Oh, let me get the name. Christina Herring.
Christina Herring, and reset your chicken. All right, I got another question
Reset the
for you.
chicken.
This one might take a little bit of thinking.
Okay, I'm going to put more glue in. Okay, we got to get to 25 though. So sprinkle it out. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make sure this is even. Now that's just the first layer. Now I'm gonna kind of just go around a little more randomly, just covering this up. Again, just pulling it through the glue. This goes a little faster. That first row, you could do random the entire time if you wanted to, but there's no specific pattern unless you want to create a pattern. So can you see what I'm doing here? Just kind of randomly up and down a little bit. Just going around, and I'm going to, I've got some stuff that is clogging this up. I'm going to trim off.
Is that just stuff that's
It's
come
just,
off the
it
edges?
just comes off the jute. So I'm just gonna
So it's not like a knot or something.
well, it kind of is, but I'm just gonna clean that out so it flows more smoothly. Okay, so all around. My doctor, he didn't, what is the nicest thing someone's ever done for you?
And Ken says the doctor didn't drop me. Patty says I broke my arm. That's, I'm not quite sure how to answer that one.
Maybe there's more.
I'm hoping there's more. Oh, she deleted it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It just happened to be on my, because it.
Okay, so I'm keeping an eye on my glue. I'm almost out, but I think I'm just about done with the wrapping.
Miss Gentry says a friend does a lot of stuff for me. She takes me everywhere I need to go. She picked me up from the hospital last evening.
Oh, that's nice. It would be hard to be taking care of medical stuff on your own.
Yeah.
That's
one of the only reasons you married me, right?
So you can take care of me when I'm old?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm going to call that quits. I'm going to get down to the bottom here. I'm just about out of glue. And I'm going to end it down here at the bottom. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to clip it here on the dry side. Put it back through. I'm going to throw this away, because glue will continue to come out. And then this is honestly the messiest part, is tacking this little edge down. And so here I've got this cone all wrapped up with gluey wet jute. Now I have a little bit of glue on my fingers, not nearly as much as if I had completely soaked that jute in glue.
No, I got to back up a ways here.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if he wanted to. Ken was the last one to answer on that one.
Okay, so we've already got Patty in there.
We've got
Okay.
both Patties in there.
Okay, so Ken was the last person to. Okay, so let's get him in. Let's reset this. Okay, the snow is just falling. Pardon me while I just admire out my window.
We'll have to figure out
Just
what
a
Ken
gentle
wants.
snow.
Maybe he wants me to take him out to dinner when we go down there in February.
He's gonna get some happy mail if he wins. Okay, so here I've got this. Now we're gonna need to let this dry.
Oh,
now,
good. We get to sit and watch it dry.
We are not going to sit and watch it dry. However, we're gonna do one thing. I didn't do that. Of course, I've got some samples pre-made, but I didn't do this with any of my samples. I want this to be fancy, of course, because you know I've got to do things extra. It's got to be substantial. So this is all still wet glue. I am going to take some glitter. This is just crystal diamond glitter. I think this is from Walmart. It's just kind of an iridescent, ultra fine white glitter. And I am just going to sprinkle it on, and when it dries, it will be sparkly. That came from, because we've got to have sparkles. Where is Alana? She's my glitter fan.
Wendy is on, says just
Hey,
saw us
Wendy.
on, busy wrapping gifts.
Good for you. I have the bulk of my Christmas stuff done and in the mail. Okay, so I'm putting a ton of glitter on this. Some of it's gonna fall off anyway, but so I've got this all glittery. I don't know if you can see. It almost kind of looks like snow. So we're gonna put this aside. We're gonna let it dry. It would take a couple hours overnight to dry, unless you use my other trick. I happen to have a dehydrator, which is a big box that has a fan and warm air. And I put my other ones in my dehydrator, and they were dry probably within an hour. I left them a little bit longer, but probably within an hour. They were dry and ready to go. So let me show you. This is what it looks like when it's dry. Now this one I didn't put glitter on, and I kind of taped that down. And I taped it down here. So once it's dry, this is solid, that glue has all dried, we're going to start taking this plastic off and pulling, hopefully, pulling, ta-da! It comes right off. The plastic is still inside there. This is reusable. Do it again. Put more plastic around it. Do it again. And I'm going to snip that little edge off. And we're going to pull out, we're just going to pull out that plastic. And look at that. We have a tree. I'm going to set this aside. We have a jute tree.
Wendy is the last message I got.
Wendy. Okay, well, we still got to get up to 25, folks. This must be a very busy day for people. Okay, so in our drawing, set the timer again. Okay, so we used glue. We used one of these wrapped in plastic wrap so that the dried jute will not stick to it. And we took a cup like this, and I took an ice pick. You can just take anything that's got a sharp point and poke 2 holes in the bottom, at the very bottom of the cup, right across from each other. You're going to thread that jute through there, fill this with glue, and as you pull the jute through, it gets covered in glue, and as you pull it out the hole, it kind of peels off that excess jute, so you have just excess glue, so you have just the right amount. Now we can decorate this up. Ooh, this is something I also want to try. I found some green jute. That would look awesome too. So I'm going to try one with green jute. You can get colored jute. I think I got that at Walmart. So there's lots of different things you can do to decorate it. Lots of ideas. Like this one, I put glitter on it before the glue dried, so when it dries, it'll be good to go. There's all kinds of things at Dollar Tree you can use to decorate this. You can get, if you want something chunkier than this glitter, you can use the fake snow, and you can kind of touch this up with some glue or put it on before it dries. Dollar Tree also has these type of things, little, they're called ornament fillers, but they're just kind of like little big chunky glitter, and this is even chunkier. You could attach those all throughout there. You could use these gold, this is vase filler, this is just gold beads. You could put this on while the glue is still wet, or you could do it all afterwards. So I'm going to pull some of these. These are kind of hexagon red dots.
Almost like sequins?
Like sequins, but they don't have a hole in the middle. So what I'm going to do is, do I have...
Kim's on his way to Disneyland.
Yay!
And Sherry says, love the tree. Okay, I got another question for you coming down.
Okay, I don't have any tweezers, so I'm going to use my little... So I don't want to burn my fingers. I'm just going to take a little dab of hot glue and
Christy's asking how much snow are you supposed to get? We're probably going to get less than an inch. In fact, it's supposed to end in about 15 to 20 minutes. It's still coming down nice and fluffy right now, but it's less than an inch, and it'll be gone by the end of the day most likely.
So however you want, you could actually use sequins, you could use beads, you could use absolutely nothing and just keep it very primitive with the jute. You could spray paint it a color. You could spray paint it with, they make spray paint that's glitter spray paint. Okay. Who's my name? Do I have a name?
You do. Anne Green.
Anne
Summerlin Green.
Anne Green. You are in our drawing. Let me set this again.
We're up to 26.
Woohoo! That happened all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Okay,
They all came on here at the last second here.
So maybe something else was going on.
Says she'd like to be able to speak French.
Ooh, that would be fun. Okay, so you would take your time. I'm not going to take all the time to do this now. But you can just decorate this however you want. You could wrap this in those tinsel-y stars. So you can kind of see I've just got some little ornaments there. Set these aside. I've also got this, I think I got from Hobby Lobby. This is just a little star at the top.
You normally buy that stuff when it's on sale.
I usually do. So we can have like a little star on the top of our tree. And this had a little wire thing, but we don't need that. So let's put this there and there. Let's see if we can get that to stick. Oops, just gotta hold that in place. I might need to do that a little differently. Come on, dry, dry, dry. It's not wanting to set up. That's okay.
There's Michelle.
A little extra on here. So this is our fancy little jute tree. You can make a whole swarm of them. I'm trying to get this to set. I've got a little star on the top. You could put a pom-pom on the top. You could put a flower on the top. You could put nothing on the top if you wanted to. That just doesn't want to stay. I'd have to go to plan B.
Maybe you didn't use enough glue.
I might not have. It might be too hot and it's taken forever to set. I know this is boring. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. Close enough. Okay, so I've got a little star on top. Now a couple of other things you can do. You could take some fairy lights and stick up in there. Or I have this little light thing. Watch this. It's remote controlled, battery operated.
Where did you get that?
Amazon. And it changes colors and it flashes and you can stick that. You can stick your tree over that. Isn't that pretty?
Well, that shows up pretty well.
It does. You'd see it better in the dark. But is that not awesome?
Is that another ringy ding ding?
Cool.
That's Rochelle.
Rochelle Catron. Okay. Rochelle. Okay, you are in our drawing. Set our timer again. Okay, so we're going to do one more thing because I can envision several of these trees. So here I have another one I made. Didn't decorate it, but I've got more. I can do them different heights. I've got this one that I doused with glitter, and when it dries, it will be gorgeous. I could see a whole spread of these.
If you didn't make them all the same height, it would look like a little forest.
But I could lift them up. I could take like a, well, that won't work, but I could take like a candle holder or something, or a glass cup, and kind of lift them up. Whatever. But let's make a cute little sign to go with our little Christmas trees. So let's set some of this aside. So how many of you are going to try and make one of these? Super simple supplies. If you don't have one of these, I think you could make it out of like some poster board. You could just make yourself a cone shape. It just needs to be sturdy enough to hold the jute as it's drying. So you could probably do it without one of these. Still wrap it in plastic. Okay, so I'm going to use our bistro spinning sign. I've already got one side of this done. We actually did this project last night, if you want to go back to the live, but I'm going to do something on this side that has to do with Christmas trees. So I'm taking this off, and I'm going to chalk on this, set that aside, this side up. We're going to use our Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. So that would be perfect with our little jute tree forest. So sticky transfer, I'm going to put some fuzz on it to kind of ease up. Make a few with some lights. That would be great. Take a picture and send it to us. We would love to see it. Okay. So I'm putting a little fuzz on this so it doesn't stick so tightly. And I'm going to center it on my board. This is a chalkboard surface, so I can remove the paste and re-chalk something else on it. Okay, so pushing down, make sure it is all adhered, no lumps, no air bubbles. And I'm going to use our Meadow Green Chalkology paste and our Shimmer Gold. So I'm going to do the little star in gold and the tree in green. So super quick project, just watch. Okay, this is our Shimmer Gold, so it's got mica flecks in it. So I like to stir this up right before I use it to make sure all those little glittery flakes are distributed. And I'm just going to do the star. This is chalk in paste form, and this is a squeegee, and I'm just pushing that paste through my silk screen. Clear off the excess. I'm going to switch over to my green. Same thing, squeegee, chalk paste. And just apply this through the screen.
That would be windy.
I think we already have Wendy.
Do we already have windy?
I think we already have Wendy.
Then let me back up a little bit.
Do we have Wendy? Okay, scrape off the excess, and I'm going to peel this off before I do that ticket. So peel it off from the center, and ta-da!
Yeah, you did. She was up there ways.
Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Okay,
Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so who did you say?
Well, the next one up would have been Christy Spalding.
Christy Spalding. Christy.
Don't forget to reset your chicken.
Reset the chicken for. I think we have time for one more. So let me give this a quick dry. And I'm going to stick my squeegees in some water. And put my lids back on my paste. And while I'm waiting, I'm not going to clean this just yet. I'm going to give that a quick spray just with water so the paste stays damp. I'm going to give this a quick dry so it doesn't smear. And I'm going to reattach it to my bistro sign. I'm going to hook it on the bottom there. Now, if you are interested in these chalk supplies, you can type supplies in the comment and you will see, you'll get a message with cart link, and it has this transfer, it has this surface. I love this bistro sign. I am hearing rumors though that once this is sold out, it's retiring. So if this is something you just love, you want to get it right away. So here is my Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree sign, and I just put a little bow on the base. And do I have time? I have time to just clean this real quick because I want to show you how easy they are to clean up. So I've sprayed it with water. Next, I'm going to take either a paper towel or one of these Swedish dishcloths and get that damp. And I'm just going to take that top layer of paste off. It's not clean yet, but I've got the bulk of that up. Paper towel I would throw away. This I'm going to rinse out and reuse. Now I'm going to switch over to my board eraser and spray this again, and this is going to get all the rest of that stubborn paste off. My goal is to get it out of the screen because that's where the magic happens. And see how much I pulled out of there? So I'm going to turn it over because I've kind of pushed some of it to the back. Same thing, spray it, and I'm also trying to get some of that fuzz off. And once that screen is clean, got something stuck there, I'm going to let that air dry. When it air dries, I'm going to put my backer sheet back on it, put it back in its little plastic case, and it's good for, the company guarantees 10 to 12 uses, but I know if you take good care of them, you can get more, you can get 20 or more uses out of them. Okay, so here's our last one. Who is it? Sherry's Creative Design. So Sherry, you have to tell me your real last name. Sherry's Creative. Okay, so we'll get you entered. So we've got all our entries. We had 25 at one time, which is awesome. Thank you so much. Let's kind of put this together. Let's put this here. We'll put our little sign.
We're going to need to get some more information.
This one's here. Well, if she wins. Okay.
Glad you're with us, though, Sherry.
Yep. Okay.
And of course, she said she hasn't even started shopping.
Of course.
And wrapping
Of
yet.
course. Okay.
Last name is
Wilson.
Wilson.
You pick someone else. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, so we've got a cute little thing. Again, I'm going to let this dry overnight. I'm going to peel the plastic off of, pop it up off of the cone and peel the plastic off. And I can put some other little things out, but I've got a cute little Christmas tree forest. I like it. What do you think? What do you think? Again, how many of you are going to give this a try?
Somebody earlier said they're going to do some with lights.
With lights, yes. I like it with the lights. So you could use just some battery-operated individual lights and kind of stuff them up there. Fairy lights. But this is, I forget what it is. It's a light puck or something. It's submersible. I could actually put this underwater, but I'm not going to. But that is pretty cool, and it changes colors. So this is our project. Let me tell you about Friday if you haven't already heard about it. Craft Round the Clock is having a little marathon day. It's called the Great Stocking Challenge, Great Christmas Stocking Challenge. And let me tell you just a little bit. There are creators, I think there's like 24 of them, just about all day long. I think it goes till midnight Central Time, and everyone is going to be given a challenge. And this represents my challenge. Somebody mailed me some surprise craft supplies that I can't open it up until my time on Friday, and I'm going to open open this up, I'm going to see what's in, and I have to incorporate these into a Christmas stocking craft on the fly. Like I said, I can't even tell by squeezing, because I have squozed and shook, and I can't tell. So it's going to be a complete surprise what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to pivot. I kind of have an idea in mind, but I don't know if this is going to work with it. So you want to watch Craft Around the Clock on Friday. My time is 9:15 Pacific time if you want to watch us, but tune in all day long. Crafters all day long will be opening up their surprise package of craft supplies and creating with them on the fly. I'm a little scared, so say a prayer for me. Okay, so let me pick a winner. Hopefully you're here. Ken Stewart. Ken Stewart, are you here?
No, he's not. He went to Disneyland.
He went to Disneyland.
So
Well,
I'll take him to lunch when we go down south.
We'll give him a
Pick another
surprise, a different surprise. We know him. Okay, so
He and I went to school together.
Okay, way back when. Okay, so our other winner is Rochelle Catron. Rochelle, are you on? Rochelle Catron. Hopefully you are. I will be reaching out to you to get some more information, Ken and Rochelle, and we'll get you some happy mail. I want to get something that's just perfect for you. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you'll follow us and watch again, and I hope you'll make some cute little jute Christmas trees. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great week.